Fala, gurizada, HQ, estou de volta aqui com a série de Dragon Age Inquisition, quase que eu digo Origins, mas enfim, estamos aqui no Santuário do Céu. No último episódio, basicamente, terminamos de explorar os Caminhos do Oeste, que é esse mapa aqui. Ainda faltou uma quest do dragão lá, mas a gente vai fazer isso posteriormente. Mas, basicamente, todas as quests secundárias eu fiz aqui do Caminho do Oeste. E hoje decidi voltar aqui para Fortaleza, porque basicamente a gente tem que interagir com a mesa de guerra para poder ativar novas missões e novos objetivos. Eu posso interagir aqui com o Crono para fazer um julgamento aqui de um dos personagens que a gente capturou justamente no Caminho do Oeste, mas eu vou fazer isso depois. Primeiro eu vou subir aqui. O Eric fica bem errado. Eu podia falar com ele, mas não é aqui que eu queria ir. Outra porta. Por que outra porta aqui? Ué? Ah, essa porta aqui. Essências de sombra removidas. Achei que ia me liberar mais coisa, mas tudo bem. Bom, vou lá na mesa de guerra, fiz um pequeno corte aí, porque basicamente eu não foquei no objetivo, mas eu vou fazer isso agora. Antes de ir na mesa de guerra, eu vou falar com a Josephine.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
Opa,
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montilier's fortunes.
I remember you said your family had been forbidden from trading in Orlais.
It's devastated our finances. The Montilier's have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Mas você não é pobre de verdade, deixe os outros cuidando disso.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montilier's as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Valroyot, I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Do you have any idea who murdered them?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Valroyot, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
What will being seen with me gain the Comte?
The Comte will drop hints at parties he's to meet with an important visitor. Allies and rivals will take note. Once he's met you, there will be speculation. The Comte will subtly spin reports to his advantage. He will use us. But if he knows who killed my people, I ask that we indulge him.
Bom, eu vou ajudar ela, né? Porque, enfim, como eu comentei em um dos episódios, eu quero fazer justamente um romance com ela novamente.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Ok. Uma fortuna tanto decadente. Encontre-se com... Enfim, eu vou falar com ela de novo aqui, só para ver. Ao informar...
What do the people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Lady Drummond promised a visit. She has useful resources if we can get her to set aside her games.
What are her politics?
Oh, no, I meant actual games. Chess, cards, dice, little boards with carved idols from the winter. She made me play that with her for 8 hours once. Steer her towards cards, if she insists on a match.
Certo. Bom, vou prosseguir aqui. Vamos para a mesa de guerra. Basicamente, em off, eu dei uma organizada no inventário, porém eu não verifiquei se eu consigo fazer algum equipamento novo, né? Eu acabei me esquecendo de fazer essa pequena verificação. Mas enfim, vamos focar aqui na mesa de guerra. Temos 2 benefícios para gastar. Eu vou seguir focado aqui em força. Porque eu acho que isso contribui bastante com a questão dos combates, né? Vamos ver o que a gente tem aí. A queda da montaria, isso não me interessa. Um segundo nível de concentração com certeza me interessa. E um terceiro nível. Ok. Ótimo. Acho que é mais do que benéfico escolher essas opções, né? Relatório pronto. Faz muito tempo que eu ativei essa quest anteriormente. Temos aqui também relatório pronto. Relatório pronto. O que temos aqui agora? Investigo o laboratório teberiano. Eu acho que vou fazer isso aqui. Opa, não ativei.
It's a bit cold in here, don't you think? We are in the mountains.
I'm more concerned about everything scattering whenever there's a draft. All right.
Traduz o texto do dragão. Vou ativar isso aqui. Consigo? Aceitar relatório. Nova área desbloqueada? Vai abrir um novo local, será? Agora não. É um local específico dos dragões, né? Isso? Do dragão, na verdade. Consiga metais.
To work?
Por que está indisponível?
Inquisitor.
2 horas. Ótimo. Tá. Nas quests principais eu tenho aqui já o abismo, que envolve os guardiões cinzentos, e olhos e corações maldosos. Eu não lembro que quest é essa. Não lembro agora. E também tem explore as terras distantes. Eu acho que... Cara, o ideal agora seria voltar a focar na quest principal, né? Mas eu tô bem tentado a voltar lá para as terras distantes para explorar, continuar explorando lá, fazer as últimas quests que temos lá. Eu acho que o que eu vou fazer primeiro, eu acho que eu vou fazer alguns diálogos, aproveitar que a gente está aqui no meio na Fortaleza do Céu, né? No meio entre missões, né? Acho que vale a pena, de repente, dar uma dialogada com os nossos companheiros. Vou falar com o Barry aqui.
Battling the demons of paperwork? That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this, disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
I'm a person like any other. You don't have to treat me differently.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm overthinking things. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
What am I to you, then?
None of this shit makes any sense to me. Is this the end of the world? Did Andraste send you through the breach? I have no idea. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Whatever I am to Thedas, I'm still just an ordinary person.
So, just a regular person, like anybody else. Right. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Ok. Vou pra cá. Provavelmente tem mais diálogos. Mas hoje só vou fazer um diálogo por vez. Vamos falar com Solas agora. Ele que é extremamente importante para a narrativa.
We must stop the Wardens from carrying out this insane plan, Inquisitor. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Não, é interessante que essa frase dele tem tudo a ver com o novo jogo.
Grey Wardens have always been dangerous. They care for nothing beyond stopping the Darkspawn.
Like a fair maiden chasing a butterfly off a cliff. Except if you don't stop them, we'll all fall. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
E acho que eu vou interagir com ele de novo.
Hello.
Conte-me sobre você, conte-me sobre Coríferos. Eu não lembro de já ter feito esse diálogo, mas vamos lá.
You're an elven mage. Not from the Circle, not Dalish. You're an unknown element. I wouldn't trust my life to a blade before I'd tested its balance.
Nor would I. All right. What can I tell you?
Essa conversa quase que informal aqui, né?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If Corypheus destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Ah.
Inquisitor, that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You strengthen your body to deliver and withstand punishment. The muscles are an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Você trabalha com alguém onde você estudou? Eu queria falar sobre Corypheus com ele, mas enfim, eu acho que eu vou falar com outros personagens aqui.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
A gente não focar só num companheiro. Quero falar com mais alguns ali. Bom, eu sei que pode parecer um pouco inútil, né? Enfim, ou um pouco maçante. Tem um episódio apenas com diálogos, mas enfim, faz parte do jogo, né? Das mecânicas do jogo. Tu ter um relacionamento com teus companheiros. Então,
What a
ouvi-los,
fascinating life
saber
you lead, my
pouquinho
dear.
sobre a história de
First
cada
you fall out
um.
of the Fade, then you're attacked by an archdemon. If you wanted more public attention, you could have just held a ball.
I didn't do anything. Corypheus is the one who attacked us.
Doing nothing is exactly your mistake, my dear. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
For every person I saved, 2 more were cut down. I failed them.
You haven't failed them, my dear. The men and women who fight for you gave their lives for a great cause, and they fought to the end. The rest still fight, and you will fail them if you give up now. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first, and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Ok. Ué, sumiu? Bom, provavelmente ela foi para algum outro local do mapa, né? Vou falar com a Acer. Uma personagem que eu não curto muito, mas vale a pena.
Well, about
falar
time
com
you
ela
came
também.
around to talk, innit? Sign me up, then, not so much as a welcome. Little busy, I hope, making sure this new place can keep out a pissing archdemon. And the thing controlling it, that we're hunting. Droste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. Yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? We're kind of screwed if it isn't. I mean, that Corypheus thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, Seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
Quero esperança, não egoísmo. Escolha a causa que quiser.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe it or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Tá, eu vou dar um ok positivo pra ela.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Certo. Vamos ver se encontro o Blackwall. Ó, tem um touro de ferro. Eu acho que eu não dialoguei com ele ainda.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Não, não mesmo. Não vou repelentar com um touro de ferro.
I've got no problem with normal magic, but Tevinter goes beyond all reason.
I know, right? The Vints are always pushing.
Tá, diálogo bem rápido. Vou falar com a Cassandra agora. Mas você vai.
You knew where Hawk was all along!
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit!
You kidnapped me! You interrogated me! What did you expect?
Intervir, ficar fora disso.
Hey, enough!
You're taking his side?
I said enough!
Olha!
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. Hawk was our only hope. He was the champion of Kirkwall. The mages respected him. And you kept him from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy.
É interessante isso, né? No fim ela revelar que ela queria encontrar o Hawk, né? Basicamente, ela passa todo o Dragon Age 2 o Dragon Age 2 inicia com ela interrogando o Varric, né? E interessante que agora, eu não lembro se isso é revelado no final de Dragon Age 2, mas a intenção dela, na verdade, era transformar o Hawk no líder da Inquisição. Interessante.
You can't change the past, Cassandra.
So I must accept... what? That the Maker wanted all this to happen? That he... Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept him secret.
He's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
That's unworthy of you.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, he'd be dead too. You people have done enough to him.
I believed him. He spun his story for me, and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand... But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
Eu ainda gosto de você. Não vou flertar com ela.
What if you hadn't believed him, and you tracked Hawk down?
Honestly, Hawk might not even have agreed to become Inquisitor. He supported the Mage Rebellion, after all. He wouldn't have trusted me for a second. But this isn't about Hawk, or even Varric. Not truly. I should have been more careful. I should have been smarter. I don't deserve to be here.
You're too hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing.
Ótima cena, ótimo diálogo. Eu adoro os diálogos com a Cassandra e com o Barry. Eles são dois personagens que eu gosto bastante. E a interação deles é muito boa, né? E, bom, só me justificando ali, eu decidi não flertar com a Cassandra porque eu não tenho certeza, mas eu acho que não dá pra fazer romance com a Cassandra, né? Então, pelo menos eu tentei na primeira vez que eu joguei. Tentei incansavelmente e não consegui. Então decidi aqui nesse gameplay nem tentar, né? Vamos focar na... Eu acho que eu vou tentar fazer romance com a Josefina. Eu não sei se com a Sarah dá, mas enfim, eu também não vou tentar porque não curto muito a Sarah. Eu quero ver, será que o Blackwall tá lá embaixo? Vou lá. Ah, tem um Colin aqui. Eu vou falar com o Colin. Vamos ver o que acontece.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Do you ever sleep?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like it. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
There can be no mistakes this time.
I understand. At least we know what we must face. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Diálogo curtinho, mas interessante, né? Mostra toda a dedicação do Colin. Que é outro personagem que eu gosto bastante também. Na verdade, a grande maioria aqui dos Companions... Opa! São excelentes aqui no Dragon Age. Olha o Blackwall. Era justamente ele que eu tava procurando. Vamos fazer o último diálogo aqui com o
I've heard
Blackwall.
rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's
Como
been
assim
known
que
to
estava
influence
junto
the
na
minds of
missão,
wardens.
Blackwall?
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all wardens are in danger. Even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving immediately.
Bom, eu posso conversar aqui, pedir um pouco de história sobre os Guardiões, falar com ele, pedir a opinião dele sobre Corinthos, opiniões sobre a Inquisição.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
Bom, acho que eu vou fazer todos
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana seems nice. Also a little frightening, but mostly nice.
Você tem medo dela?
Does Liliana frighten you? Has she said anything to you?
No, she hasn't said anything. I'd just rather not offend her. I don't want to wake up with a blade in my kidneys if I can help it.
What do you think of my advisors?
Josephine's lovely, and craftier than you'd expect. The Inquisition could not have picked a better ambassador.
What do you think of my advisors?
Liliana seems
Vai
nice.
repetir o da
Also a
Liliana.
little
Queria saber
frightening,
o
but
comentário
mostly
dele da
nice.
Cassandra e do Colin. Tá.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Have you seen the stories Varric's been writing? His descriptions of me are colorful, to say the least.
Vamos ver se tem mais alguma coisa interessante. Ah, chega de conversas.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Sim, sou eu que mando. Memórias dos Guardiões. Ele basicamente nos deu uma missão nova, que é encontrar a memória dos Guardiões Cinzentos.
Our mounts have never had better.
Comprar e vender, não quero fazer isso agora. Eu não tinha... Acho que não interagi com esse vendedor ainda aqui. Olha. Machado de caçador de dragão. Arma de guerreiro. Nível 16. É arma de 2 mãos? Machadão deve ser, né? Caramba. Interessante. Tem um... O que é isso aqui? Isso aqui é um cajado? Temos um arco. Mas bem caro esse machado. Armadura.
You're carrying a heavy burden for one
Deixa eu dar uma olhadinha nos outros mercadores. Uma armadura comum. Nada. Tem mais um mercador aqui. Ah, aqui é das montarias, eu acho. É, justamente das montarias. Certo. Bom, pessoal, acho que fizemos tudo o que tínhamos para fazer de diálogos aqui na Fortaleza. Falamos com a Cassandra, falamos com o Corpo de Ferro, com a Acer, falamos com o Colin, falamos com a Viviane, falamos com o Varric. Esse aqui... Ah, a gente não falou com o Dorian, né? Falamos com o Solas, com a Liliana não falamos, e com a Josephine também. E por fim... Ah, o Colin também é outro personagem que a gente não falou. Então, dos companions a gente não falou com o Colin e com o Dorian. Mas já passou mais de 30 minutos, aí eu vou encerrando o episódio por aqui. No próximo episódio, é bem provável que eu volte a focar aqui no caminho da Inquisição. Eu acho que vale a pena aqui. Eu queria tanto finalizar essa quest aqui jaz o abismo que envolve os guardiões. Então eu acho que eu vou fazer isso no próximo episódio, focar nessa quest aqui. Daí tem Olhos e Corações Maldosos, que também é uma quest importante. Se eu não me engano, tem uma conquista que eu não fiz que é relacionada a essa quest aqui. Mas enfim, eu acho que já está definido aqui o meu próximo objetivo, que é concluir aqui jaz o abismo, que é uma das quests da campanha principal. Então é isso aí, gurizada. Espero que tenham gostado. Comentem, avaliem e até o próximo vídeo. Valeu!